Maliwanag?
Yes po.
Okay. So, let us now discuss first the continuations of our topic, of course. No, this is the continuations of the previous topics. No, so with regards to our topics today, we will be discussing about the all. It is all about the RA 5487. No, the Private Security Agency Law and its implementing rules and regulations. No, so this is to refer to the entire operations, administrations of the 5487 or the Private Security Agency Law. No, so first is the scope, or the coverage of the scope or the coverage of these laws, or these rules and regulations, pertains to operations of different, so called these different security agencies, private detective agencies, company guard force, as well as the government and the company guard force. No? Ito yung nakakasaklaw na batas pagdating sa security business. No? Okay, so what is the scope or the coverage of this law? No? So the RA 5487 covered, of course, covered the organizations, the organizations, the operations and business activities of all, of the private security or detective agencies, including the security training of the said institutions or the said security agency, as well as the private security. So in other words, these laws or 5487 covered. Yes, San Juan.
Naglalag po, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this laws, is pertains to the organizations, operations of business and activities of the different private security agency, So as well as the trainings of every security personnel, and then security private personnel, So in other words, this is the laws that govern into different security agencies. Ito yung batas na nakakasakop sa lahat ng security agency nationwide. So just like you can see, that is a law governing the rules and regulations and its implementing rules and regulations of RA 5487. So ibig sabihin, dito talaga nakasaad lahat ng maayon, pagkuha mo ng license, pag kuha mo ng permit to or license to operate of a particular security agencies, detective agencies, etc., etc. Next. Okay, so what are the different licenses that necessary to individual security personnel as well as the agencies, Okay. So sabi nga diyan, no persons, okay? No person shall be engaged in the business or act of a private detective agency, private detective agency or in occupations of or engagement in the different what do you call this operations and administrations of security, no? So wala daw po pwede, no, na maging miyembro or magpatakbo ng isang private detective agency, no, without the necessary requirements, no? Okay, without the applying, okay, without first obtain the permits from the chief of Philippine National Police, no? Okay. In other words, all security business or security industry must secure first, no, their individual permits, no, or that is what you call permit license to operate. That is a particular permit, no, given by the chief of SAGSD, no, as representative of the Philippine National Police. Kasi hindi naman yun kukunan directly, no, to the office of the chief of police, no. So kung pwede rin yan, doon talaga yan pinoprocess, no, in the office of the SOSYA or ng SAGSD. Just like we discussed, no, last meetings. Okay. Next, license, no, is likewise necessary for any persons. Okay, a license is necessary for any persons, no, operating, managing, directing, or conducting private security detective, no, and training agency, no. So ibig sabihin, no, lahat ng involved in the operations and administrations of security agency has a license, no. Meron silang lisensya, particularly, no, the security agency per se, no, mismong security agency. Okay, so any person, no, just like what I said, no, any person having any participations, no, in the management or operations thereof is required, no, is required to secure first their necessary licenses, no. Even you are security guard, or you are security officer, or you are the security consultant, no. Okay, so sabi nga dyan, any person having participations or direct participations is required to secure license, no. Except, sabi niya, except those who employed, no, solely for clerical and manual works, no. Ibig sabihin, kung ikaw ay ang function mo in the security agency is purely clerical works, no. So meaning you are not required, no, required to secure security license, no. But sometimes, no, there are some security agency requiring their staffs, no, or particularly the clerical works, no, to secure their individual license, no. Kasi even their function is more on clerical, or sometimes yung mga nagtatype lang, no, yung typist, yung photocopy ng mga documents, no, hindi kasi nire-require yun. Kasi hindi naman sila direct, they are not involved, no, in the security operations, particularly deployment, no. So hindi naman sila required, no, na mag secure ng license. Okay? For those employed solely for clerical or manual works, no, yan yung hindi nire-require. Okay. But all of the personnel, no, are required to secure their license. Okay. Next. So what are the training required, no? for the of course for the agency, no, or the for the agencies as well as their manpower, no. So sabi all applicants, no, for license certificate. So license certificate there is the license to operate, no. There are two types, no, of licenses pertains to license of certain, what do you call this, certain agencies, and then for the individual security personnel, no. All applicants for license certificate shall have received the appropriate training, no, from any public or private training institutions that duly recognized, no, by the government to conduct private security or police training. So may mga different requirements, no, prior to issuance, no, prior to issuance of the license certificate or the license to operate, no, especially for the what you call this, for the security agency as well as the security training centers, no, na duly recognized or accredited, no, from the duly recognized and accredited by the government or private security training centers, no, or in the police trainings, no. Kasi sometimes since marami rin namang functions, no, ang police, so nagkaroon na lang sila ng mga tie-ups, no, or coordination with the other accredited training centers, no, para doon na lang kukuha yung mga nag-a-apply, no, nag-a-apply ng license certificate or yung LTO. Include of course, no, siyempre yung mga different accredited recognized government training centers, no. Okay. Ayaw lumipat. Okay. Next, the prohibitions. Now, what are the different prohibitions or prohibited to operate, no, or to operate the security agency, no? No license certificate shall be granted to any applicants, no, or to operate or license to exercise professions with the following disqualifications, no. So hindi binibigyan, no, ng license certificate, no, and license to exercise security professions, no, magkaiba yan. So when it's a license to exercise security professions, this is the security license issued, no, to security personnel upon completion, of course, upon completion the necessary requirements, no. Same thing with the license to operate, no. So license to operate is intended, no, license to operate is intended to different security agencies, no. Agencies, security agency, private detective, government agencies, ano pa ba? What else? Government agency, company guard force, no, and private detective. Yan yung ibinibigay, no, na license certificate or license to operate, no, for the security agency. While the LESP, yung license to exercise professions, is intended for the security personnel, no. So hindi ka po pwedeng mabigyan ng license, no, with the following qualifications. So you are disqualified to apply, no, necessary license, no, if ever you are having previously previous records or in any convictions of any crime or a criminal offense, or you are involved in the commissions of crime. No? Siyempre, kahit naman sino, kung ikaw ay may mga kaso, or na-involved sa isang kaso, so you are not qualified to secure or to process or to apply license to operate, especially if you are the owner, or you are the licensing of a particular security agency, So yun din yun. Kagaya rin yan ng sa security guards or sa security personnel, kung may kaso ka rin, hindi ka rin po pwedeng mabigyan ng license. Okay. Another disqualification is if you are having previous records or any convictions of any offense involving moral turpitude. When it say, even the PNP naman kasi, kahit PNP or any law enforcement agencies, or law enforcement, when it comes involvement, if there is a direct involvement in a moral turpitude, especially sa security rin, so you are disqualified again, into process or to apply security license. Okay? Another is having, if the person is having been dishonorable discharged or separated from employment or service. If ever, you are dishonorable discharge. When it say dishonorable discharge, you are terminated or terminated from your previous employment, Kasi if ever, na wala kang case or wala kang kaso from your previous company or government entity, so ang i-issue kasi sa iyo is honorable discharge, Ibig sabihin, umalis ka, magkaiba kasi yung umalis, at saka yung inalis. Okay? So pag inalis, basically, merong case ang isang tao or yung isang empleyado. So hindi sila nakakakuha ng, especially pagka government employee, So or from the service, meaning from the armed forces or even in the any law enforcement agency, So kung ikaw, kasi pwede naman yan halimbawa, pulis ka or sundalo ka, okay? Gusto mong umalis na, dahil siguro ayaw mo nang makipag barilan, or makipagpakbakan sa Mindanao. So nag-resign ka, umalis ka. So meron kang honorable discharge, Pero kung ikaw may case, so hindi ka ma-issue ng honorable discharge, So pag ikaw ay dishonorable, ka rin po pwede. Okay, syempre another thing is the mental incompetent, Syempre kung incompetent ka naman, okay, so if you are mentally incompetent, ay syempre wala kang magiging possible decision dyan or good decision, So hindi ka, kaya nga ang security guards, or security personnel, prior the issuance of the security license, meron silang tinatawag na NP test, or yung neuropsychiatric test, before issuance of the said licenses, Even the owner or the operators or the managers of a certain of a given what you call this security agency, Another is being user or addicted, into prohibited drugs or narcotic, kahit naman sino, okay, hindi ka naman din talaga po pwede, no, na if you are a drug dependent, no, especially nowadays, no, na may mga program nga tayo sa with regards to drugs, no. So hindi siya po pwede. Kung ikaw proven, although makikita naman yan, no, before ma-hire or ma-issuehan, no, meron namang necessary what to call this, physical or general physical examinations, no, or yung physical check-up, no, or medical, no, including the drug testing, no, so drug test. So once na lumabas, no, na you are dependent or positive ka sa drugs, so hindi ka rin may issuehan ng security license, no. Being a habitual drunkard, of course, kasama rin yan, no, dahil kung siyempre, kung ikaw talaga ay lagi kang no, lagi kang nagiinom, no, so basically, hindi mo rin magagawa ng function mo, no, as a security practitioner, no. So another din yan, siyempre, one of the functions of the security personnel is to maintain peace and order, okay? Maintain peace and order in their jurisdictions or in their AOR. How about if you are always drunk, no? When you are entering in your establishments, no? So makakasira din yun sa individual, no? Kahit sa employer, sa employer at saka sa mga empleyado. Okay? Baka mamaya papasok ka doon nakainom ka pa o lasing-lasing ka pa. So malaking effect, no? Malaking effect pagdating sa operations, no? And then, siyempre, if you are the security guards, no, you are handling, okay? You are handling service firearms, no? Kung lasing ka, baka mamaya meron ka lang nasita roon, no, na hindi mo nagustuhan, baka pagbabarilin mo na, no? In relation to yan sa mental incompetent at saka doon sa sa use of drugs, no? Okay. So magkakasama rin kasi yan. Another is yung dummy foreigner. Now, when you say dummy foreigner, one of the classic example there is yung if ever, no, meron kang friends, okay? Okay, meron kang mayaman na kaibigan, no, na foreigner, okay? And then nagkaroon kayo ng agreement, no, na yung i-establish na security agency ay ipapangalan sa'yo. Kasi because the owner, no, is a foreigner, no. Kasi later on, no, malalaman nyo rin diyan kung ano ba yung classifications or requirements, no, before they establish one security agency, no. Kaya hindi siya po pwede, no, bawal, no, na kung saan yung tinatawag na dummy. When you say dummy foreigner nga, yun nga, yung ipinangalan, no, ang isang security agency doon sa, siyempre sa Pilipino, no, kasi bawal nga, o hindi nga po pwede, no, na mag-operate ng isang security agency ang foreigner dito sa Pilipinas. Okay, next. So let us now discuss, no, the different terminologies, no, in relation to the operations, administrations, no, supervisions of the security personnel as well as the agencies, no. When it say agencies, no, okay, when it say agency, that includes, no, includes the private security agency, private detective agency, no, company guard force, government security unit, and then the private detective agency. Those are the agencies, no, agencies involved in the operations and administrations of security, no? Okay. So, persons, no? What is person or who is the persons there, no? Sino ba ang persons na tinutukoy in terms of 5487 is concerned, no? Sabi diyan, a person, no? A person shall include not only but a also, no, a juridical persons, no? Juridical persons such as single proprietorships, no? Partnerships, corporations, companies or association duly organized, no, that is duly organized and registered with the Security and Exchange Commissions and or no to the Department of Trade and Industry or sa DTI. In other words, ang tinutukoy na tao dito is those persons or those persons, no, has a security agencies, no, na wherein either single proprietors, no, or sarili mo lang yung pag-aari, no, or sometimes kasi hindi lang naman kasi isa, no, ang involved diyan pagdating sa security what do you call this, security management, no. Sometimes may mga partnership sila diyan or may mga kasama pa sila diyan, no. But the most important there, no, is the security agency must be, no, registered, no, in the Security and Exchange Commissions or in the DTI, no. Walang security agency, okay? No one security agency is operating, no, operating not registered in the Security and Exchange Commissions and then to the DTI, no. Kaya makapag-operate, siguraduhin, no, or dapat nakarehistro yan sa SEC at saka sa DTI. Otherwise, hindi legitimate or manager ng security agency, no. Ayaw lumipat. Yun. Yun. Next is a private security. When it say security services, from the word itself, no, services, no, it is the agency or it shall include, no, the act of providing or rendering services, no, to watch or institutions, no. So as we discussed before, no, so under PD number 11, no, that's include of course pastures, concessions or other areas, no, kung saan po pwede silang bigay ng serbisyo, no. Of course, ito naman is basic, no, in the default denial in whether physical or manual scientific what do you call this, monitoring, no, through gadget control, no, the intruders, no, or the perpetrators, no, without, of course, without permissions, no. So that is the purpose, no, of the security services, to watch or to guard the different establishments, no, by means of contract, no. Also it's so include the contracting, okay? Contracting, recruiting, furnishing, etc., etc. It is need, no, to have a contract, no, what we call this, to the clients or the company with mag-serve, no, ng security service in the different establishments or what you call this, or government entity, no, without of course valid contract, no. Dapat laging may tinatawag na kontrata. Okay? Otherwise, siyempre, hindi naman yun po pwede. Okay? Lahat ng may kugnayan sa korak sa
Sir, excuse po. Naglalag
service,
po kayo.
no, o sa pag-administered ng isang security agency, that is a security service, no. Pag ikaw nag-deploy ng tao doon sa isang particular, yes. Okay,
Naglalag
sige.
po kayo.
Excuse po.
Go. Okay na? Nalaglag?
Sir, putol-putol pa din po yung ano nyo, sir.
Choppy po.
Nalaglag?
Yes po.
Naglalag?
Opo sir, naglalag sir.
Baka naman sa inyo naglalag kasi ako naka-cord na ako eh. Nakalag na ako eh. Try nyo rin i-refresh yung sa inyo naman. No? Kasi ang nakikita ko dito, okay naman. Hindi naman naiiwanan pag nalita ko. Pwede lang. I-try rin, no? Na kayo naman na mag-refresh, no? Baka ang iniisip nyo lang, ako eh. Yung iba, teka lang, tanungin ko, yung iba ba, kamusta yung dating ko sa inyo?
Putol-putol
Yung
din po, sir.
deliver, no?
Lag po talaga sir.
Pakiulit?
Putol-putol po, sir.
Nalaglag? No, sige.
Opo,
Mag-refresh
sir.
lang ako ulit,
Kanina.
ha?
Opo sir.
Nalaglag. Nalaglag pala eh. Okay, so kamusta? Meron na? Maliwanag na ba? Hello? Hello?
Pumuputol pa po, sir.
Narinig ko na.
Sir, okay na. Yung
Okay na
konti
po.
na lang po, hindi na ganun kanina.
Kanina putol-putol ah. Ha? Kanina lang putol-putol.
Sir, medyo okay na. Hindi ka tulad po nung kanina na putol-putol po talaga, sir.
Hindi tayo matatapos niya pag hindi naayos to. No? Pagka putol-putol.
Yan, sir. Naglag na naman po, sir.
Nalaglag na naman.
Sa wifi po siguro, sir. Start, sir.
Hindi ako nagwa-wifi, nakalan ako. May cable. Sige, testingin uli natin. Kung ayong kalabasan. Siguro dapat patayin ko yung camera ko, no? Para lumakas-lakas. Okay. Ay, hindi pa pala nakashare screen. Okay, so kamusta? Nalaglag pa, hindi na?
Okay na, sir. Okay na po.
Wala pa. Okay, sige. So, ang nakikita niyo ngayon sa share screen is private detective services. Tama?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us continue, no? So next is the private security private detective services, no? When it say private detective services, no? Well, it is involved, no? Shall include, it is involved, no? Providing services, security protections, inquiry, and gathering, okay? Gathering data, pre-employment verifications, and individual background profiling, no? Or detective services, no? It is in detective works, no? For instance, no? Involved, no, in the gathering of the details of individual persons, no. Halimbawa, merong nag-a-apply, okay, na isang position, no, for the company. So one of the functions of the private detective is to verify, no, of course, to verify the employment services, no, based on their submitted resume or biodata, no, para lang malaman doon, no, kung totoo ba lahat yung in-include niya doon sa kanyang CV or yung curriculum vitae, no? Kasi there are some persons, no, na minsan ini-include lang nila doon, nag-graduate sila ng any course from the different schools, but still upon verifications, no, hindi naman pala sila nag-graduate. So yan ang isa sa functions, no, ng isang private detective, no. Okay, so in other words, no, the private detective is more on detective works, no. Compare sa private security agency that involved in securing, securing their premises. So yun yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa niya, no. Next, the private security industry, no. When it say private security industry, no, it is involves covers, no, all the legitimate, no, business or security business providing private security and detect. That is the private security industry, no. If you are involved, no, in the operations, no, or management, no, or administering or operation or operating a business, no, of security, so that is the security industry, no. Ibig sabihin, kung legitimate yung operation mo, so you are involved in the private security agency. If you are security guard, security personnel, etc., involving with a direct involvement into operations and administrations of security. So that is the security industry. Okay. Now, the private security guard, no, or security guard or SG, no. Minsan kasi na-avoid to na lagyan ng letter P, no. Kasi minsan pag nilagyan mo to ng letter P, nagiging PSG na, no. So kasi pag PSG, it is one of the operating units, no, of the governments, no. It is composed of different law enforcement, AFP, PNP, no, and any other local government agencies, no. That their function is to secure, no, the presidents, no, and as well as their relatives, no. That is the functions of PSG. So the private security guard or the security guards, no, or the SG, well, it is referring to a persons, no. It is sometimes called private security guard or SG, or sometimes it is called watchman, no. That shall include any persons, no. When it say private security guard, no, security guard, it is referring to a person, no. Tao to, no. Hindi ito yung process, no. Private security industry, private security agency, no. So when it say private security guard, no, it is referring to a person, no. A person . who offers or render, no, personal services to watch or to secure, okay, either of the following: residences, business, establishment, etc., no, or any property to inspect, monitor, bodily check, no, individuals and or baggage, in other forms of security inspections, no. In other words, these are the functions, no, of the security to secure the different establishments, no, company at iba't iba pa, no. And then yung mag-conduct ng body friskings, no, or body inspection, searching of baggage, no, or individual personal belongings, no. That is a functions of a security guards, no. Okay. So again, but not limited to the logging, concessions, etc., based on the PD, no, the PD 11 at saka PD 100. Kasi before, no, may limitation lang kasi ang pag bigay mo ng security service establishments, no. So alam niyo naman yan sa PD 11 at saka sa PD 100, no, na include ang government at saka local and national government entity or offices, o pwede na rin silang serve ng magbigay ng security service. Okay? So that is a security guard. Stay. Next. Private detective. Again, when it's a private detective, it is a person, no? Tao ulit to, no? Okay. Private detective, pag sinabing private detective agency, that is the company of the private detective agent, no? So, private detective shall means any person who does a detective work, no? Gathering of informations, no? Gathering of any details, no, that required to him, no, na makuha niya. But of course, any persons naman, no, na nagbibigay ng service is intended for hire or rewards or commission or for the purpose of money, no. Siyempre, meron pang tao, no, na nagtatrabaho na walang bayad, okay? So those are private detectives, no, except, no, other than the member of the AFP, BJMP, municipal and city jails, no, members, and the Philippine National Police or any other law enforcement agency that has, no, that has a sometimes, no, they are has a private detective works, no. So yan naman yun. But still, if you are a private person, no, you are tasked to get the details or the different informations of a certain persons, no, that is a private detective. And it's most especially if you are under the private detective agency, no. Hindi ka naman po pwedeng maging private detective, no, kung wala kang what do you call this? Wala kang agency, no, na pinagkukunan. Siyempre, kung ako, no, kukuha ko ng isang tao, no, para subaybayan yung galaw ng isa pang tao do sa registered private detective agency, no. Okay, dahil sila lang ang authorized. Okay? Okay, next is private security personnel, no. Private security personnel shall be a natural persons, again, it is a persons, which include the private security guards, no, private detectives, security consultants, no, security officers, and other than may be classified. Now, when it says security personnel, no, that include the security, kaya nga, just like what I said before, no, there are three categories of security personnel, no. One is the security guard, security officers, and then another one is a security consultant, no, for the security agency. For the private detectives, no, of course, they are also has a officers and consultants, no, parehas lang din yan. Okay, that rendering, okay, that rendering or performing security duty and or detective works, no, and or detective works, no, that is a security personnel. In other words, no, lahat, no, ng involved in the security parlance, no, they called it security personnel, no. Security personnel ang tawag sa kanila. Kahit sila ay security guard, security officer, private detective, as a whole, no, as a whole, they are called security personnel, no. Okay. Okay, another is the government security personnel. Now, when it's a government security personnel, siyempre, it is a natural persons which include the government security guards, no? Security guards, government detectives, detective, no? Government security consultant. Those are involved in the government security personnel, no? Of course, hindi kasama dyan yung law enforcement agencies, no? Because one of the functions of the different law enforcement agency is to secure to secure the government or the states, no? So aside from the law enforcement agency, including the Armed Forces of the Philippines, no, they are assigned or tasked to secure the specific government entity, no. That is a government security personnel, no. Okay, another is a private security agency, no. So when it's a private security agency, it is a persons or associations, no. Grupo na to, no, or either corporations or pwede naman kasing individual persons, no. Kung ikaw ay kaya mo mag-establish, no, ng isang security agency, no, whose contract recruit, trains, furnishes and security guards security guard, no, kung saan na merong naging agreement with the contract or memorandum of agreement to the other establishments, no, or company, and then the action is to post, no, to post a security guards, no, para ma-secure yung kanilang establishments, no. Of course, if you are a private security agency, no, you are allowed to recruit, no, to recruit security personnel or security guards, no, as well as training or necessary trainings of the security guards, no. Okay, so once na ikaw ay meron ka ng corresponding contract, no, so one of the functions of a security agency is to perform its function and solicit individual business, firms, private, etc., no, or either services, no, as security guards, no, for hire. Kumbaga, ikaw ay may mga tauhan, no, na security guards, no, kasi private security agency ka, yun yung inclusions, no, with the contract, no, siyempre with payment, no. Kumbaga, halimbawa, sabihin na natin na magde-deploy ka ng isang security guards, no, for the amount, no, halimbawa, ang amount is 25,000 per guard. So kung ikaw meron kang 10 guards, no, doon sa isang establishment, so yun yung babayaran ng establishment sa iyo, at ikaw naman na security agency ang magpapasahod doon sa employee mo. So ang security guard kasi or ang security agency, kung saan ka na-deployed, no, yung security guard, hindi ang magpapasahod sa iyo, hindi ikaw ang direct employer, no, ng security guard. So ang direct employer niyan is yung private security agency. So malinaw yan, no? Kasi meron pang other forms of agencies, no, operating, no, in a different companies, no. So again, that is a very basic function, no, ng security agency, no. Okay. So yung mga yan, that is a matter of designations lang yan or area na kung saan po pwede nilang magkaroon ng tie-up, no, para makapagbigay sila ng security service. Okay? Diyan sa mga different vessels, airplane, etc., no, na kung saan with corresponding contract, no. Hindi rin yan po pwede siyempre na ikaw ay magbibigay ng security service sa isang establishment without knowing, of course, by the owner or by the said institutions or said establishments, no. So always yan, no, before you mag-deploy ang security agency, meron niyang corresponding contract, no. Let's say sabihin na natin, no, na ang contract is intended for 2 years, no. So but of course that is a renewable based on the performance of the agency or individual security personnel. Now, kung kayo ay mayroon kayong service, no, security service with the other establishment at hindi nagustuhan ng performance ng clients or yung inyong kliyente, so sometimes, no, hindi na kayo nakakapag renew, no, hindi na nakapag-renew. Okay. So very clear lang diyan, no, na before kapag deploy ang isang security agency, just to make sure na merong valid contract, no, signed by its representative, no, representative from the agency, no, and then representative from the establishments. Okay. Next is a private detective agency, no. So as we discussed, no, private detective, no, is also a no, or even the, no, whose contracts, okay, or recruit, trains, or post a private detective not to perform function or solicit individual business. Same thing, no? Same thing with the functions of a private security agency, no? But this time, no, the private security agency has a direct participation in detective works, no, more on detective works lang sila. Okay? So hindi sila po pwedeng magkaroon ng placements, no, na to serve or to give a security service. Magkaiba yung function ng private detective doon. Okay. Next. So license to exercise professions, no? Just like we discussed, no? The license to exercise profession is intended, no, for those personnel or persons, no, has a service or give service as a security personnel, no? Okay, so the license to exercise profession is any documents, no, issued by the Chief PNP or by duly authorized representative recognizing a person, no, to be qualified to perform his duty as a private or training personnel, no. Even the training personnel has a security license, no. So ang possible na ilagay sa kanya is a security trainer yung category, no. But this as training personnel, no, is the person, no, in charge, no, for the trainings, no, for the trainings of individual security personnel. So kumbaga ito yung mga trainer. Okay? So, but most important there, the license to exercise profession, that is a security license, ha? Security license na kung saan ibinibigay sa isang security practitioner or security personnel na qualified, no? Based on the requirements given or yung diniscuss natin kanina, no? Kung ikaw ay hindi ka disqualified doon. Okay? Another is license to operate, no? Sabi ko sa inyo, to exercise professions is for the security guards, no? Security guards or security personnel, no? Okay, security personnel. That is intended for security guards and security personnel. License to exercise profession or security license, no? Okay. Now, for the license to operate, no? License to operate, no? Same thing, it is a certificate or documents, no, issued by CPNP on duly authorized representative, no, authorizing, okay, authorizing a persons or corporations or associations, no, to engage, no, in the employing security guards or detective or legal persons to establish, engage, direct, manage, or operate an individual private detective agency or private security agency, as well as, no, the company force. No? So, ibig sabihin, any private, any agencies, no? When I say agencies, no, it is include, sabi ko sa inyo, pag sinabi kong agencies, dapat alam nyo na kasama dyan private detective, private security agency, company guard force, ano pa? Government security unit. Those are the agencies that I referring to, no? Okay. So lahat ng agencies, no, must have to secure first their license to operate before, no, engage into operations, administrations of security service, no, security services. Okay. So aside from the issuance, no, so siyempre may corresponding payment yan, no, based on the required by the law. Okay. So later on, makikita nyo rin naman kung ano yung mga necessary payments, no, before the issuance of the said what you call this, the said LTO. Okay. Okay, another is a company guard security, company guard force, no? So company guard force, no, it is security force maintained and operated by, okay, private company, no? Any private company or corporations, no? Pag sinabing company guard force, it is a merely operations in their particular company, no? Hindi sila, ito yung mga pagkakaiba niya, na pag sinabing private security agency, pwede sila magbigay ng security service, okay? Pag sinabing ano pa ba? Private detective, pwede sila magbigay ng service more on detective works, no? Pero hindi sila po pwede magbigay ng security service to different establishment. Now, ang company guard force, no, pwede silang mag-service, magbigay ng serbisyo, okay, security service in a given company. Doon lang sa kumpanya nila, no? Halimbawa, SM, okay, SM. So yung SM mag-hire ng kanilang sarili, okay? Hindi yan service provider, no? Mag-hire sila ng sarili nilang guard or security officer, no? To utilize employees to watch, no? Secure or guard its properties. Ibig sabihin, Pag company guard na kumpanya mo, okay? SM ka lang, no? Hindi ka po pwedeng magbigay ng serbisyo or ng security service to other establishments, no? Hindi ka rin po pwedeng magkaroon ng contract between the SM company guard force, no, to the other establishments, no? So yan yung pagkakaiba-iba ng mga different agencies, no? Security agencies. Okay, another thing is a government security guards unit that is also a security agent. It is a security unit maintained and operated by any government entity, no? So when it's a government guard unit, so it is merely operated in a different government entity, no? Doon ka lang mismo kung anong government entity magre-render ng security service. Again, ang government security unit or government guard unit, hindi rin sila po pwede na magkaroon ng contract between the other establishments or company, no? Kasi nga ay doon lang sila sa particular government entity, no? Okay. Aside, no, or other than military police, just like what I discussed, no? Because the military or police, actually, that is a responsibility, of course, by the military and police to secure the states or yung ating bansa, no? So aside from the military and police, so meron pang established government security unit. But this is depend on the government entity. Kung hindi naman kailangan, dahil may mga police naman at may mga sundalo, so hindi na rin sila nag-establish ng isang government security unit or government guard unit, no? Siyempre may police na may sundalo pa, no? Kailangan pa ba na magkaroon sila ng but that is established, no, based on RA 5487 na po pwede sila na mag-create ng isang government guard unit. Depende yan, no, sa requirements ng isang either national or local governments, no? Okay. So their function, of course, is to maintain for the purpose of securing the offices or the compounds or extensions of such government entity, no? Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo that functions, no, their function is merely on the securing the different offices, no, or government offices, their compound, no, as well as the extensions of the different government entity, no. So yan yung pagkakaiba-iba, no, ng mga agencies, security agencies, no. Ang dami na natin nakuha, private security agency, private detective agency, company guard force unit, at saka government guard unit, no? Okay, so yun yung mga different security agencies, no? Under RA 5487, no? Okay. So PNP, so what is PNP? Well, very basic naman. So that is a Philippine National Police, no? PNP means, no, that is a Philippine National Police which organized pursuant to RA 75, no? So RA 6975 is the DILG Act, no? DILG Act of 1990, okay? So that is the creation of the Philippine National Police, Bureau of Fire Protections, and the Bureau of Jail Management, BGMP, no? And Penology. May pipa pala. Okay. Okay. Okay, SAGSD. What is SAGSD? Is referring to guards, no? Or the current PNP CSG, no? Okay. So, PNP security, no? Under the who is responsible for the administrations and operational control of the different security agencies as well as their personnel, no, in nationwide, no. And then the security agency and guard supervision divisions, no, office that is designated, no, as a primary office, okay, as a primary office for the supervision of the implementation of these rules and regulations, no, RA 5487 and its implementing rules and regulations. In other words, no, the PNP SAGSD, no, in particular, no, those office, no, or this office or that office is responsibility, or their responsibility is to supervise, no, to control the implementations based on the govern in the RA 5487. Sila yung nagpapatupad, no? Sila ang nagpapatupad ng RA 5487, no? Doon sa mga different establishments, no? That's sa mga different security agencies. Okay. Lahat yan. Pag-training ng security guard, pag-issue ng license, no? Pag may mga kaso yung mga security guards, no, although siyempre may responsibility din yung respective agencies, but still, kung medyo mabigat yon, no, that is a responsibility of the PNP SAGSD, or sometimes, no, nagkakaroon pa yan ng cancellations of license, no, kung medyo mabigat yung naging offense, no, ng isang security personnel. Okay. Okay, so PADPAO, what is PADPAO is referring to? PADPAO is referring to the Philippine Associations of Detective and Protective Agency Operators, no? That is the organizations or associations of the different security agencies, no, operating nationwide, no? Sila yung isang organisasyon na kung saan kumbaga pinagsama-sama, no, lahat ng mga different security agencies, no? Okay, na kung saan sila rin naman yung nagpasa, no, ng rules and regulation or batas pertains to operations and administrations of security agency. Okay, so all license, no, which is an association of all licensed security agencies and company security forces, no? Parang dyan ang PD, yung private detectives. Okay. So, sila, no, yung asosasyon, no, ng mga lisensyadong security agency. Bakit kala nyo ba ang lahat ng security agency licenses, meron kasing mga nakakalusot din. But basically, dapat meron. Okay? Okay, so that is a PADPAO, no? Kasi minsan, no, security guard na mismo, okay? Security guard na mismo, tanungin mo is what is the meaning of a PADPAO, no? Sinasabi lang nila minsan pada-pada pa, paupo-upo. Kasi usually, yun kasi yung function ng security guard. Pag nag-duty, patulog-tulog lang, paupo-upo lang, no? So, hindi, no? But that's kidding aside, that is a Philippine Association of Detective and Protective Agency Operators, nationwide. Okay? Another is the duty detail order, no? What is a duty detail order? So, it is a written documents, no? It is a written order or documents, no, issued by their immediate superior, no. Usually that is a private security agency branch manager, no, yung nag-i-issue ng DDO, or sometimes operations manager or operations officers, no, assigning the performance of every private security personnel, no, or every private detective personnel for the services of their duty, no? In other words, kung ikaw wala kang pinangahawakan, no, na duty detail order, so basically hindi ka talaga naka-assign doon, no? Kasi yan yung kauna-unang hinahanap, no, pag during the inspection, no, ng mga taga PNP SAGSD. Once na nag-conduct ng what do you call this, inspection, no? So, unang-unang hanapin sa security guard, DDO. Aside from the security license, syempre, number 1 yan eh. So, once na, okay, security license, wala. Oh, violations. Okay. Another, meron ka pa bang DDO? Wala. Another violations, no? Oh, yung firearms license, no? Wala rin. Kulong ka na ngayon kasi illegal possession of firearms ka. Kahit na ikaw, no, is under that particular agency, no, at humahawa ka ng firearms, no, na walang lisensya, siyempre, especially ngayon, no, bumalik gun ban ngayon, automatic, kulong ka. Kung ka pa yung firearms, issued firearms mo, no? So, yan yung kahalagahan, no, ng DDO, no? Then, of course, may specific area lang, no, kasi sabi nga sa security guard, no, doon ka lang sa jurisdictions mo, no. You can serve, no, within your jurisdictions, no. Pag lumampas ka na sa jurisdiction or yung AOR mo, no, at least 1 meter ahead, no, from your respective jurisdiction or AOR, at na-inspect or nakita ka ng taga PNP SAGSD or SOSYA, no? SOSYA. So, ano ka na doon? Captured ka na doon. Kaya nga, yung ibang mga security, no, maraming nakukulong at maraming nahuhuli at pinagmumulta, no? Minsan kasi, yung mga maaangas na security guards, no, paglabas ng, halimbawa, sa SM ka naka-assign, no? Tapos may mga kainan doon sa medyo malayo-layo lang sa SM. Pupunta ka doon at bit-bit mo pa yung service firearms mo. Ang possibility lang noon kung, no, may nagko-conduct ng inspection, no, especially the SAGSD, so apprehended ka doon, no, mahuli ka doon for abandonment of post, no, or illegal possession of firearms pa rin. Kasi, di ba, na-discuss natin, no, hindi kasi po pwedeng ilabas mo yung firearms mo, no, within the jurisdiction lang. Okay? Next. Okay, let us now proceed to the licenses or license to operate, no? So now, the question is who may organize and maintain a private security agency and a private detective agency, no? Sino-sino ba ang mga pupwede na mag-establish or mag-organize or to maintain the said agencies, no? Number 1, gaya nga na sinabi ko kanina, ito yon, no? Na any Filipino, no? Any Filipino citizen, no? Or corporations, association, partnership is at least, no? Hindi sa at least, is 100% Filipino citizen. No? Kaya nga doon sa kanina, no, pagka yung dami foreigner, so hindi siya po pwede. Yan yung concept ng dami foreigner, no, na yung isang security agency ipinapangalan sa ibang tao, no, kasi nga hindi nga sila po pwede, particularly ang may-ari ay ang gustong mag-establish is foreigner, no. American, Chinese, okay, mapipera kasi yung mga yan eh. So, kung meron silang kaibigan na purely Filipino, doon nila ibibigay. But, meron pa rin, no? Meron pa rin necessary requirements, no? Para makapag-establish, no? Ng isang, hindi ko mo Filipino citizen ka, pwede ka na, no? May mga different trainings, no? Seminars, and educational qualifications, no, before you establish one security agencies. Okay. Next. So these are the basics, no. That is a basic requirements for an operators or managers, no, of the particular agency, no. Ito na yon. So kung kahit na sabihin na purely Filipino ka, no? Kung wala ka naman dito, hindi ka pa rin po pwede na mag-establish ng isang security agency. Okay? Through the use of dummy foreigner. Halimbawa, ako nga, may kaibigan akong foreigner, no? Gusto niyang ako ang pagtayuin kasi hindi siya pwede. So, titingnan natin kung makakapasa ako dito sa qualification na hinihingi ng RA 5487, no? Okay. So, sinasabi diyan, one of the basic requirements is the operator, no? The operators or the managers of the said agency, no? Including the managers of the branch offices, no? Kasi siyempre may pwede ka rin mag-establish ng ano diyan ng branches, no? Okay, must be a Filipino citizen. Okay, check. Pwede naman pala eh. Another qualifications must be less than 25 years of age, no? So check pa rin, no? Another qualifications, college graduates and or commission officer in active service, no? So kung halimbawa, ganun yung senaryo, no? Na hindi ka naman pala college graduate, no? Hindi rin po pwede, no? Dapat college graduate yung possible, no, na mag-establish ng isang security agency or commission officers in the inactive service, no? When you say commission officer in the inactive service, sino familiar dito? Sa commission officer in the inactive service. Sino? Okay, Queenie. Queen Berly pala. Do you have any idea who is the commission officers in the inactive service?
Hindi ko po alam, sir.
Okay.
Commission, sir, hindi ba yung mga yung ano po yan, yung mga high rank, sir?
Okay. What else? Sino pa? Ang pwede makapagbigay ng idea kung sino ba yung tinatawag na commission officer in the inactive service. Okay? Sino pa? Wala na? Kasi hindi kayo nag-ROTC, no? The commission officers in the ba't wala kayong ROTC?
Ayun,
Wala po sa Fatima, sir.
ayun po yung in-offer, sir.
Okay. Pero dapat kasi, no, since mga criminology kayo nag-undergo kayo ng ROTC, no? But anyway, kung yun talaga yung na-offer or ino-offer ng school natin, no, wala naman tayong magagawa dyan. That is a discretion of the management, no? Pero much better, no, or mas advantage kayo on the part of the criminology students, no, kung nag-ROTC kayo, no? Kasi katulad nito, hindi nyo na rin alam kung sino yung mga commission officer in the inactive service, no? So the commission officers of the inactive service is the reserve unit or the reserve force, no? Yung mga reservists, okay, na opisyales, no? Yung mga opisyales sa reserve force, no? That is the commission officer in the inactive service, no? Kasi pag active service, those are the members of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, no, in the active service, yung kasalukuyan pang nanunungkulan, no? So ibig sabihin kung ikaw ay active service in the Armed Forces or in the Philippine National Police, hindi ka pa rin po pwede, no? Kasi bawal nga yun. Imagine, operators ka ng isang security agency at the same time, member ka pa ng Armed Forces. So nagkakaroon yun ng conflict or nagkakaroon ka ng kung ikaw man ay PNP active pa, no? So kaya ang po pwede lang dyan, no, is the retired, okay? Retired from the Armed Forces of the Philippines, no? Or retired, no, from the Philippine National Police. No? Okay, graduate of any course, no? Wala naman sinabi. Commission officers in the inactive service, no? Yan yung mga reserve force, no? And then retired from the armed forces of the Philippines and retired from the Philippine National Police, no? Yan yung another qualifications, no? Being the operators or managers of the particular security agencies, no? Okay. Another, retired ka na nga, so pasok dyan, no? Number 4 qualifications, no, or requirement, has taken a course or seminars in the industrial security management, no? So hindi ka pa rin pala po pwede kahit na ikaw ay retired, no, sa PNP or sa AFP kung hindi ka nag-undergo ng course ng industrial security management, because that particular course, no, is offered, no, ino-offered yan by the PNP SAGSD for those wanted to become operators or managers of the said agency. Okay? So, kukuha ka pa rin yan, no? Parang 6 months yan 6 months. Yung industrial security management. Kagaya rin yan ito, no? Ng subjects nyo. Actually, sabi ko nga sa inyo before, no? Buti nga ang criminology, no? Isa lang yan sa subjects. But still, especially nowadays, no? May in-issue na ang CHED memorandum, no? Na ang industrial security is course na, no? Meron na mga institution, no, na nag-o-offer ng Bachelors of Science in Industrial Security Management or BSISM, no? Na kung saan, kung graduate ka niyan, no, yan yung mga tinatawag na security practitioner, no? Sila yung mga rescue persons or na papatakbo, okay? Na qualified, no, na magpatakbo ng isang security agency or incorporate into the different companies, no? Of course, to handle the department. So, yung mga malinaw na function lang, no, ng graduate ng Bachelors of Science in Industrial Security Management, no? That is also a 4-year course. Same with the Bachelors of Science in Criminology, no? So another yan, isa pa lang yan sa another qualifications, no, or requirements. Next is the siyempre with good moral character, no? So those are the different requirements, no? Of course, to be a operators or managers or the owners, no, of the agencies or security agencies, no. So medyo mabigat din pala kahit na may pera ka, no, kung hindi ka naman qualified na magtayo ng isang security agency, hindi rin siya po pwede. Next, another the new applicants, no, for the LTO, no, shall be required to obtain a minimum of capitalization of 1 million, no. Ibig sabihin, no, kahit napasok ka doon sa basic requirements ng isang manager or operators, no, dapat meron ka rin 1 million minimum capitalization ng business. Kasi security kasi is business, no. Okay? Or with a minimum bank deposit of 500,000 pesos in order to start the business. Okay? So, meron pa dapat, no, na at least kalahating milyon, no, na naka-bank deposit, no, before ka makapag-start, no, ng security business. Okay? So, yan yung mga requirements, no. Kaya hindi rin yan outright or basta-basta, no, pag ginusto mo na mag-establish ng isang security industry or security agency, no, in the security parlance, no, po pwede na, no. Next, limitation, disqualification, and prohibitions of license to operate, no. Sabi diyan, no person shall organize or have interest in one more than agency, no? In one agency, no? Wala daw tao or corporations, no, na pwede mag-organize ng higit pa sa isang agency. Okay? Next. Elective and appointed employees, no? Okay, who may be called upon account of the functions of their respective offices, government employees ka or elected official ka, in the implementation of the enforcement of the provisions of RA 5487, no? Any persons related to such government employee, okay? Any persons related to such government employee by means of affinity, or that is a blood, no, blood relation, by means of degree, no, kung may relasyon ka or kamag-anak mo, kung ikaw ay elected officials or appointed officials, no, so hindi ka pa rin po pwede. Halimbawa, sino-sino ba yung mga elected official na yan? So from the barangay councilor, that is elected officials, no, barangay chairman, city councilor or municipal councilors, no, mayors, governors, congressman, etc., hanggang sa national. So kung ikaw ay elected officials, no, at meron kang relative, no, pero minsan din na rin yung dinideclare, no, kaya nakakalusot, no. Meron kang direct relations, no, sa owner, okay? So hindi pa rin yun po pwede. Kasi actually, ang makikita mo lang doon, no, kasi ang interest kasi doon, nagkakaroon ng conflict of interest, no. Siyempre, kung ikaw gobernador, okay, at meron kang kamag-anak, no, na may security agency, so basically, bibigyan mo ng protection or ima-market mo, no, yung agency, no, ng either relative mo nga, no, or baka nga ang may-ari pa nun ay kapatid mo, or baka may-ari pa nga nun ay tsuhin mo or pamangkin mo. So magkakaroon ng conflict of interest. But still, no, just like what I said, no, minsan kasi hindi naman dinideclare na yan, no, kaya nakakapag-operate din. Pero based on the law, no, under 5487, bawal, no, hindi po pwede na kamag-anak ka ng elected officials or appointed government officials. So sino-sino ba yung mga ina-appoint, no? Yan yung mga government employees, no? Okay. Okay. Another is no agency shall offer, no agency shall offer or render or either accept, no, services, no, in the gambling den, no, in the gambling den. So what is a gambling den? Ano ba tong sinasabing gambling den dito, no? Queen Berly, ikaw lang kasi nakikita ko dito sa screen ko eh. Queen Berly, nawala na. Ano, tulog ka na? Queen Berly. Paki-open nga yung mga camera nyo, hindi ko kayo nakikita. Paki-open. Hindi ako makapagtawag tuloy. Okay. Magtatawag ako nga dito. Okay. Oh, agency shall be offer, no, or render or accept service in the gambling den or any illegal business establishments or enterprises. No? Okay. Leasing. Leasing. Wala na? Manlutok. Manlutak. Diana Canlas. Naririnig niyo pa ba ako?
Yes, sir.
Oh, bakit wala kayong reaksyon? Nagtatanong ako ah. Oh. Okay. Paki-open lahat ng camera nyo. Paki-open. Hindi ko kayo makita eh. Didon, Alexander.
Ano po, sir?
So, ano yung pagkakaintindi mo dyan sa gambling den? So, what is a gambling den about?
Ano, sir? Parang sugalan siya. Ano?
Okay.
Parang siya ng sugalan.
Dapat pala magtawag ako sa inyo eh, no? Babasa ko sa inyo to para at least meron kayong participation, no? Kasi nawawala kayo, no? Nawawala. Okay? So darating yung time, no, na lahat ng slides ko ay ipapabasa ko sa inyo. No, pagka ganyan kayo. Okay? Actually, kaya lang ako ang hindi ko napabasa sa inyo, no, para mas mabilis tayo. Okay? So, gaya nga na sinabi dyan, no agency will offer, render, or accept any gambling den, no? Siyempre, kung may mapasugalan, no, at ikaw ay ikaw pa mismo ang nagsisecure, no, ng mga pasugalan, that is illegal, no? Imagine yung gambling den lang nga, illegal lang nga, ikaw pa ang magpo-protect, no, ng isang gambling den. Of course, kasama din dyan yung business establishment or enterprises. No, when it say illegal businesses, no, for instance, no, or one of the classic example there is yung tawag dito, yung laboratory, no, yung drug laboratory. Siyempre, kung ikaw ay security personnel or security guard ng isang drug laboratory, so basically, automatic yan. Involved ka dyan once na na-apprehend yan ng no? Kasi ikaw ay security, no? Ikaw nagpo-protect, no? Pinoprotektahan mo pa, no, yung isang establishment, no? Okay, so yan yung sinasabi diyan under paragraph C, no? Next. Letter D. Okay. Letter D. The extent of security guards being furnished to the security agencies go beyond the compound and or property of the establishment, no? Ibig sabihin, hindi ka nga po pwedeng lumabas, no? Beyond your dictions, no? Or area of responsibility. Kung saan ka lang naka-assign, hanggang doon ka lang. Except, no? Except, if you are the security personnel, no? Escorting big amount of money or items, no? Kung sakali, no? One of your function as a security personnel is to escort, no? Or to guide, no? The big amount of money, of course, from one area to another area, no? So, yun lang yung time na po pwede kang, or escort, no? Lumabas ng outside the jurisdiction, outside the AOR. Okay. Next, main branch and the branch office, no? So all agencies in office in the registered addresses, no? Lahat ng security agency ay may corresponding office. Hindi po meron ka security agency pero wala ka namang opisina, no? Branches, offices may be established and maintained in the provinces where the security has deployed security guard. O pwede ka rin mag-establish ng branch office if are provinces or areas, no? Kung gusto mong mag-establish ng branch office, kung mayroon kayo deployed in... Okay, next. Okay. Authority to healthy group. Ibig sabihin, kung ikaw, aside from the main office, no, meron ka din deployed sa security ibang provinces, no? Security agency nyo ay registered into a provincial police office, no? Aside, no? Halimbawa, kayo, no, ang main office nyo sa Manila, tapos no, so po pwede lang kayo maglagay ng branch office within the Pampanga. Yan lang yung sinasabi dyan. Okay? Okay, and then if ever, no, na ipaparegister nyo in the particular police provincial office, no, you must to have secured the following requirements, no, license to operate, license of firearms to be issued, no, kung ano yung mga, ilan ba yung barrel, no, na gagamitin nyo doon sa certain province na kung saan nag-deploy kayo ng security personnel. Okay? List of security officers and guards, no? Meron ding listahan doon kung sino-sino ba yung mga gwardiya nyo at saka mga opisyal na kung saan ay doon i-deploy sa particular province na yon. Okay? Appointment order by the branch manager or the detachment manager if ever na meron na na-designate doon sa particular branch office. Okay. So yun yung mga requirements, no, na kailangan yung i-provide, no, para mga kailangan requirements na i-provide para makapag-operate kayo sa province, okay? In any province. Okay, all applicants for license to operate shall be in addition the requirements imposed by the RA 5487, no? Okay, prohibitions of kabit system or operators, no, that is a merging, no? Yung concept ng, halimbawa, si agency A, no, medyo nag-grow, no, nag-exist, laging madami siyang kliyente. Now, to si agency B, no, medyo pabagsak na yung negosyo niya, no? Kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, the security establishment is a business, no? Now, kung ikaw medyo pabagsak na yung agency mo, no, yan yung sinasabing merging, no, na po pwede mong i-merge yung agency mo doon sa another agency, no? Okay. But provided, no, na before the merging, no, make sure, no, the merging is third, no, and with approval from the Security of Exchange Commission and the DTI, no. Siyempre, in-expect nila single sarili mo yung kumpanya, no, yung security agency, pero since pabagsak na nga, kailangan alam din, no, ni Security and Exchange Commission sa taka ni DTI na naka-merge na pala yung iyong agency sa other agency. Okay? Okay. Okay. So that is a actually that is a simple requirements, no, for the merging of one security agency into to another security agency, no. That is a matter of requirements lang, no. Submissions of SSS security, no, premiums, yung contributions, no, payment of the agency from the different clients, no. You have to maintain separate branch or units, no, para at least although merge kayo, no, merge kayo ng isang security agency, pero dapat you have also the identity or different identity from the agency that you merge, no. Okay. Okay. Okay, existence of the agreement between the licensee and the branch manager, no, if ever. Kung halimbawa kasi, no, na-merge yung agency into agency A, no, you have to pay, no, a certain percentage, no, of his income or the income of the said agency, no. Kasi siyempre, ginagamit mo na rin yung pangalan nila eh. So, kung halimbawa, nag-merge ka sa kanila, so basically, magbabayad ka na rin sa kanila ng a little bit of percentage, no, doon sa income mo. Parang ginamit mo na rin sila kasi. Okay? Okay, that is a matter of ano lang. Okay, next. The organizational structure of the private security agency, company ng security agencies, okay. The approved organizations, no? Private security agencies shall conform with the organizational structure of the personnel, etc., equipment, no, as provided by law. Ibig sabihin, merong corresponding organizational charge or organizational structure ang bawat security agency, of course, headed by its president or director. It is depend on the setup of the said agency. Okay. As well as the company guard force, no, same thing with the private security agency, no, they are also approved organizational chart based on the needs of the said company, no. O pwedeng merong niyang security director, okay, security manager in other terms, no, or security supervisors down the line, no. Okay, same thing with the government setup, no. Organization confirm organizational structures of the said government firms, no? But of course, not contrary to the organizational structure of the private security agency or the company guard, no? Parang same lang din naman yan eh. Meron silang director for security, no? Director for administration, director for operations, etc., etc. Those are the organizational setup of the different security agency. Okay. So membership, no regular license, no, shall be granted to any private security agency unless it has a minimum of 200 licensed private security personnel, no. Walang security ma-issue ng regular license, no, kung ang hindi nila na-hit ang 200 private security personnel under its employed, no. So ibig sabihin, temporary license na makukuha mo. Kung hindi mo ma-hit yung 200 licensed security personnel na empleyado ng agency. Okay. No regular license shall be granted to any company guard force, private detective agency, unless it has a minimum of 30 licensed security personnel. So kung private security agency, dapat at least dapat ma-hit mo yung 200. Minimum numbers of security personnel is 200. While the company guard force and other private detective, at least minimum of 30 personnel. Kaya maliit lang yan. Ng 1,000, 1,000 security personnel sa isang company. Aba, parang law enforcer. Okay? So at least 30, kasi pag company guard naman, maliliit lang yan. Okay, so the aside from the minimum, the maximum number of private security personnel, anything, kahit ano diyan, PSA, private security agency, company guard force, or private detective, must employ at least 1,000 employee or 1,000 security guard, Yan yung sinasabi doon kanina, na dapat ang isang security agency ay isa lamang, Okay? Kasi once na nahit mo na yung 1,000 employee or 1,000 security personnel, dapat wala na. Paano iba, sir? Malaki yung kumpanya ko, pwede ba ako lumpas ng 1,000? Yes. Pero that is ano na yan, sister company yung tinatawag, na kung saan meron kang yung mga personalities doon sa isang agency, yun din yung lalabas doon sa sister company mo. Okay. So, but ang mahalaga na lang dito, wag na lang natin pag-usapan yung mga sister company dahil hindi naman kayo familiar pa doon. The max number of private security personnel of every PSA, CSG, PDA is 1,000 security personnel. Okay, so applications for license to operate. The application, of course, must be submitted into the office of the chief PNP through its representative, SAGSD, using the approved application form, PNP SF1, yan yung applicable forms to apply the license to operate, Okay. So the applications consist of the following information, Of course, the name of the applicant, the age, and then other details, And then the locations or the office of the said applicants, or the said business. Application for corporation, etc., etc., therefore include copy of the certificate of registration together with bylaws, Yung mga applicant for application for LTO, include their certificate of registrations ng kanilang company as well as the approved bylaws or yung possible rules and regulations of the said corporations, Next. Application shall be accompanied by bond issued by a competent or reputable surety bond. In other words, lahat ng applications for license to operate of a certain security agency must be has a surety bond, Kailangan yung magbigay ng surety bond doon. And then that surety bond is for the purpose of any valid claims, or complaints, by the clients or by your employees or security personnel, Kung may problema yung agency, hindi napapasahod yung security guards, diyan yang kukunin sa surety bond. Okay? So, license to operate, no? License to operate of a private detective agency or security personnel, no? That is a person, so private security or detective agency, no? So, ito is dedicated for the private and security and detective agency LTO. Another LTO is the company guard force, no? So, alam nyo naman yan, no? One is a company guard force LTO, no? That is intended for the said company, no? Doon lang sa isang particular company. Next, government, same thing. This is a license certificate issued to a national or local government or any agency, no, instrumentally, that is for the government-owned and controlled corporations under the government, no, or different government entities. Okay? So what are the status, no? What are the status and validity of the license, no? Okay, so for the regular LTO or for the regular license to operate, no, that is issues, no, after complying the necessary requirements for the private security agency, no, maintain, no, having maintain, obtain its employees of 200 security personnel. So, pwede ka lang mabigyan ng regular LTO kung ang empleyado mo na security guards ay nami-maintain mo yung at least 200 minimum security personnel. Okay? Same thing, no, with the private detectives or the company guard force, no, private detective agency, no, having obtained and maintain its employ at least 30 security personnel employed, no? Okay. So ano ba pinagkaiba niya, no? Such license will be renewed, no, conformity with the renewal of the requirements. So ibig sabihin, no, kung mabibigyan ka ng regular LTO pag ikaw ay private security agency kung nami-maintain mo yung 200. Same thing with the company guard force, no, and then the private detective kung nami-maintain mo yung 30. Okay, so that is a private regular LTO. Okay, how about the temporary LTO, no? That is a initial and conditional issuance to new. Okay, take words, the words new. New private security agency and private security agency holding the regular LTO. Not able, no, to maintain the minimum numbers of the security personnel, no, given, no, minimum of 200. Ibig sabihin, no, kung ikaw ay regular LTO, okay, at hindi mo na maintain yung number of security personnel required, no, so magiging temporary LTO na lang yung mai-issue sa'yo. Okay? Okay. So security personnel are complying with the license standards prior to issuance of a regular LTO. Okay. Issuance, no, of temporary LTO, no, shall not be renewable and or be extendable, no. Kung halimbawa ikaw ay holder, no, ng temporary LTO, so hindi mo na hit, no, so hindi ka na po pwedeng ma-renew or hindi ka na po pwedeng ma-extend yung iyong LTO, no. Okay. Or it is depend, no? It is depend on the discretion by the PNP SACSD kung hindi pa na-expire yung iyong LTO pero na-terminate ka na or na-modified from temporary LTO, regular LTO, or regular LTO to temporary LTO. Okay? Next. The expirations of regular license to operate, that is a matter of procedure or information, no, on the details of the said LTO, no, kung ano yung serial number or series of serial number na issue sa'yo. Okay. License to operate, processing, no? all PNP filed at SAGST, no, upon approval of the subsequent appropriate LTO. So either approve or disapprove lang naman ang possible na mangyari sa application nyo for LTO. Pagkakulang, okay, pagkakulang, no, yung license, yung application, so basically hindi siya mapoprocess, no? Okay? So once na approve naman, no, you have to pay the necessary payments, no, or required by the PNP SAGST. Okay, so that is a national fee, a security personnel registration, etc., etc., and then the bond. Very important kasi yung bond, no, kasi diyan kinukuha yung dito, expenses, no, ng mga yung mga may mga kaso, no, na agency. Okay? So applications, no, of with lacking a requirement, no, not be escaped, no, after processing, no. So not be accepted, no. If ever, no, may mga lack of requirements kayo or lacking requirements, no, na nag-a-apply ng LTO, no. So basically hindi yan mapopos. Next. All applications for LTO shall be processed the completeness of documentary conformity of the standard, no, if ever na complete requirements, no. So those are the on how to process, no, the license to operate, no. Okay. So next meeting, okay, next meeting. Although, no, ito naman ay i-include ko sa inyo. Hindi ko pa lang kasi ma-open yung canvas, no? And then upon inquiry, hindi pa yata ito nakalagay sa inyong canvas. But don't worry, no? I-include ko naman to, no, sa inyong canvas. Okay. Paki-open lahat ng camera. Paki-open. At picture taking lang ako. Paki-open lahat ng camera. Wala sa picture, absent. Okay? Pa-open nyo ng camera nyo. Okay. So, wala sa picture, ha? Tandaan nyo, wala sa picture. Absent. Although, nag-check ako ng attendance. Pag hindi naka-open, absent. Tama ba, Queen Berly? Sige na, pa-open
Yes,
na.
sir.
Dismiss ko na rin kayo. Okay lang. Para madali tayo matapos. Okay. Okay, so kung wala naman kayong question, no? This is, at meron pang susunod na klase. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Thank you po.
sir.
Po.